Welcome to Witch Yes, a podcast for casual conjurings, witches in training, and whichever angel number you need right now. Is it 333?
444?
666?
Okay, but let me show you.
What?
444. I pull out a bookmark that has 444 on it.
Baby.
It says, strong foundations carry you forward. 444.
Did you just lose your place in the book?
No, it has not been used for a book yet.
Oh, it's fresh.
It is fresh. It's a fresh bookmark. But I'm Alicia Herder.
Oh, and
She's gooped and she's gagged.
I'm 777. I'm Terra Keck.
And that's my best friend.
That's my best friend. How's it go? Ring, ring, ring. That's the tone. It's your best friend calling. You better pick up the phone and a ring, ring. That's the tone. It's Alicia, Herder, and Terra. We are here to bring you so much joy.
I love this. On today's episode, well, not joy, pranks, pricks, and other tricks by the Trickster. We're pulling tricks out in here. Call us Trixie Mattel.
I do think that somebody's having a good time.
Yeah. The Trickster is having a good time.
We will find out that is a short-lived joyride for him.
Yeah. But the peaks are really high. But dude, what's up? How have you been?
Oh my God, today was 80 degrees.
That's incredible.
It was really crazy because 2 days ago it was 42 degrees.
I cannot believe that. Yeah, I was talking to someone in Indiana and they were like, I had planted and then it froze again. The whole ground froze. So everything is dead. And just this constant whiplash. I do not envy you guys. You are brave soldiers.
I do feel like, save for the man that I cussed out on the corner of Delancey and Essex, everyone is in a pretty good mood this week. Like, it does kind of feel like collectively, like we're healing as a country, as a nation, as a city, except for that motherfucker. He tried to run me over. Where's my ring, ring, ring? That's the tone. Where was my best friend in that moment? Where were you today at 12:15 p.m. New York time?
I was the energy flowing through you that cussed him out. I was there with you. Because if you asked me what I was doing at that time, I don't remember. So I must have just flew into your body and helped out.
She lost time. She looks down at her wristwatch.
What? I'm wearing a watch?
In this scenario,
Whose watch is this?
Whose watch is this?
Crazy.
It's so heavy and it's giving me a suntan. No, I'm good and I'm happy to see you. It's been so long. I received something recently.
What did you receive?
Can I speak on it?
Yes.
I received an invitation to an event.
Oh my gosh.
It's a very prestigious event.
Tell me about it.
So I received an invitation to a gala of sorts, a gala of love in New Orleans.
A gala?
And it happens to be celebrating a very special day, a special union between one sweet baby boy producer, Marcel Perez, and one ring, 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 that's the tone, Alicia Herder, during their matrimony.
Oh my God. I know we sent our wedding invitations out.
How do you feel? It's beautiful, baby witches.
Thank you. First off, yeah, I mean, compliment the invitation, please.
It's gorgeous. I mean, it's like inlaid gold, black. It opens up. It's dynamic. It's like a pop-up book, so I love an activity. I would say only second to mine, which was an email.
Yeah, yours was digital.
I said, here's a link.
You're like, please RSVP.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't have time for this. Yeah, we're so happy to have sent out the invitations. We already have, like, we know 51 people are attending, which is great. That's like a third. So I just need the 2/3 of everyone else to tell me if you're in or if you're not. Bada bing, bada boom. But it just felt good and like cute to like send it out. And we worked on our website and like got all of that done. And now like the real thing is going to happen. The invite went out. There is no backing out now. Full steam ahead.
There isn't. Unless you want full drama.
And I'm ready. I'm ready to give you full drama. Because unlike you, it's been 75 here for months. So
she's been screaming at cars for months.
So I'm here. You see the positivity in the world. I can only see the bullshit. Because I'm so used to the sunshine. All the negativity starts to seep in. Oh, I gotta say, New York City represented. Everyone except for Terra has RSVP'd yes from New York City. Isn't that crazy? The whole little bit of that country is like, yep, I'm in. Crazy.
Maybe we should have gotten all of our flights together.
You still could.
Be like, I have my dates, I have my flights booked. So why don't we just make a pod
We just all go.
on the American Airlines flight?
You take a bus. You're like, everyone get in.
Oh my God, we rent a bus having a little adventure.
That'd be pretty cute.
And then it's the journey is the love that we found on the way.
Yeah. Or the hatred. That is a long journey.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What is that? Probably 18 hours straight through?
Yeah. I think so. Probably 18. It's like 12-ish from Indiana. Well, no. Then it should be longer, right?
Because you have to come further east.
Crazy. But I think that says something about New Yorkers as people. That they were just like, yep, I know what I'm doing in November. Boop. Do you know how many people in LA have RSVP'd? Well, like 2. I was going to say 0. Well, 3. But basically, compared to the people we invited, that's like 0 statistically.
That's so funny. It must just be like a cultural thing.
Yeah. Which I love. It's just like, yeah, commit. Or don't. But just like, no, you know?
Yeah, yeah. They're like, I got to get it on the Google Calendar now or else I'm never going to make my train.
Which is how I feel when I get a wedding invitation. I'm just like, we got to put it in here or I'm going to forget.
Mm-hmm.
But very excited. It's happening.
It is happening.
The wedding of the year is happening. And what's great for me is it is truly the only wedding I'm going to this year is my own.
That's nice.
But next year, I've been invited to like 3 weddings. Like, what about my beautiful time? What about my honeymoon? No one cares. Yeah. They're letting me have the whole year so that I can go to 3 other weddings next year.
They did kind of give you a wide berth.
Yeah, that's true. 1 year off.
They're like, part the seas.
It's true. But I was like, man, it's just mine and then we'll be over it. And then I was like, no, JK. This will never end.
People continue to love and fall in love. And people get divorced all the time and then they have second weddings that they invite you to again, which I feel a little bit like, if it was big the first time, take it to the courthouse, girl.
Keep it intimate.
Keep it intimate. Like you did your big thing. You don't need me to come and bring you another $250 check.
Oh, you're a generous friend if you're coming with $250. I'm going to be telling all these other people who have been giving us money like, yo, it's not enough. I heard actually 400 is like the minimum, right? So
with a lot of Mike's friends, we've just been trading the same $250 back and forth for a couple of years.
I mean, that's better than me. I go to a wedding and usually I'm like, my presence is your present. You are so lucky I was able to figure out how to get here.
Well, you bring the generosity.
You want an extra 200? No way. We're out. We're out of money here.
Has anyone been married in Europe yet or out of the country?
Mm-mm.
Caribbean?
Not yet.
Those are the ones that I dread the most. We've been invited to a couple of those and we've just been like, we can't make it. But I'm also like, please don't invite me to your wedding in Spain until I've at least crested a certain tax bracket.
You're like, truly, it's just rude at this point.
Like when I was 22, you could have invited me to a wedding in Spain and I would have been so comfortable staying in a hostel.
Yeah.
But at 34,
But you're a married woman. Yeah.
I'm a married American woman. I need a Hilton at least.
Yeah. No, we haven't. But I'm kind of bummed out about that. I would love to go to a wedding in a different country, mostly to be in the different country and to take one day of my vacation to be at this wedding.
Yeah. But to be in a foreign country, like maybe some friends, like that's like sort of charming.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Go to the vineyard.
But if they're doing that and asking me to go to a bachelorette party, I'm fucking out, dude. I'm out. I'm tapped out. Speaking of which, I'm so excited for my bachelorette party, but
It's going to be so good.
it's not hopefully as taxing as most other bachelorette parties.
And if it were, I'm happy for you and we'll make it happen.
And no one will let me know. No one will burst my bubble. I'm the bride.
Yeah. She's protected. She has a protective suit on.
It's
As if you
true. Zip. I look like a monster.
in your suit, or this massive white light hitting your face from the evening sun.
Yeah, it's just white. Just this white suit. Not looking good on me. And also the setting sun is gonna get me, but that's okay.
Okay.
But something else that's gonna get me, this Patreon.
The rhythm of the Patreon is gonna get you.
I love
Baby
it.
Witches. I have a question for you. And wait till the end, okay? I want you to wait till the end of this episode because I got a little surprise for you, Baby Witches.
Okay.
Okay. Have you been thinking about me? Because I've been thinking about you.
Always.
And I've been thinking about all the things I want to give you and all the things that I want to place at your feet humbly as like the worshipful, devotional witch that I am. And that thing is extra content. In return, you must give me and Alicia and Marcel $5.
You can't even buy a coffee with $5. So
And we used to say that, and that was true, but now it's like true in a
now it's
disturbing
like actually
way.
true. Like coffees are at least $6.
So, Baby Witches, I love you. I love making this with Alicia. I love Alicia. I love saying nasty shit into a microphone that I would never say to my mother, but I would say to the Patreon. And in order to have access to that and support Alicia and support myself, we need you to give us $5 every month. In return, we give you 150 extra devotional episodes, plus 2 episodes a month. It's counting. We're building. It's accruing interest.
It is accruing interest each time.
Every other week, you are going to get a new episode in a private podcast that Alicia and I only release on Patreon called Vaults of the Obscure. And sometimes they are incredibly obscure.
Sometimes I'm like, what are we talking about?
Usually it's like, Tara, why have you brought this weird, ugly man to my attention?
Just taking up brain space that doesn't need to be taken up.
We've created a space at the end of our episode in our show notes. There is a link. In that space is a link to our Patreon. You can go to www.patreon.com/witchjess, or you can just click that link. You're on your phone already right now in this moment. Maybe it's across on the other side of your desk. Why don't you grab it? Timestamp this spot so you know where the link is. I'm going to say it at the end too. That's not the surprise.
Ooh, there's still a surprise.
So last week, what did we talk about?
Last week, we talked about numerology, the year 4, which is the personal year that Tara and I are in right now. And you might be in it too. And then next week, we're talking about the life and times of Dolores Cannon, a woman.
A woman, a strange, weird woman. And Alicia brought her.
I did.
How the tides have changed and toiled.
Wow. Am I pulling my own weight? I really need to stop.
She can't carry it. It's too heavy.
But our Patreon is awesome. Check it out. And I don't know what the surprise is at the end, so I'm very excited.
I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like the way you look.
Thank you. And I hope that this isn't a trick, because today we're all talking about the Trickster.
The Trickster. Say Trickster. I have bullet point 1, introduction. Subpoint A, blank. No idea how to introduce this weird little guy. So I guess I just want to come at you and be like,
She tricked me.
what? Tell me some tricks. Tell me some pranks. When you were little, what was your relationship to pranks and April Fools and
Okay.
sly little creatures?
I feel like I was not into tricks I was not into pranks because to me it felt very much like a lie, and lying is bad.
Okay.
She had very strong opinions.
Yeah, it's of justice and duty.
And now I just live in the gray and everything's somewhat chaotically evil. But that was me back then. I don't know what prank I ever did. I'm sure I did a little kid prank, which was like not really a prank. When you just say April Fools after everything.
Oh, yes. Where you give it kind of like an opposite day like situation.
Yes. That's a very classic child.
Yeah.
What about you though? Like, what were pranks? I don't know. I kind of get the feeling like you were a trickstery little kid.
I was a little prankster.
Yeah.
But I grew up in a house where tricks and pranks were occurring as I had older siblings. I had a big brother. So there was a big prank cannon pointed right at me all the time. One prank that I often brought up in therapy as a child was that my older brother, Chris, we had this like old couch in the living room where like the cushions were loose on the back, right? And they looked like big pillows. And I went to sit down on this couch to watch my afternoon television. I was like, oh, the couch like feels a little weird. And I like leaned back. And then my older brother, so much bigger than me, I'm little, erupted from the crevice between the couch cushions and tickled me until I pissed and then made fun of me for pissing. That was just like the low level of anxiety. People are like, Tara, why do you have anxiety? Like everything always works out for you. And I'm like, I just feel like at any moment, God could erupt from the couch cushions at any moment.
So when you go on vacation, you're like, okay, and I need 10 more underwear than I think I need. Just in case. Just in case.
I'm not a little pissy girl anymore. I'm not that girl anymore. But beyond that, my family for April Fool's Day created this narrative of a leprechaun or gremlin that like did stuff to our house.
I love
So
that.
like I would open the fridge and the gremlin or leprechaun would have turned our milk green. But this is not on St. Patrick's Day. This is on April Fool's Day. And it would be like, and then the pancakes would be green and the eggs would be green. And I think I've told the story of the time when my mom convinced me that gremlins had tie-dyed our clothes, and I became so upset and vengeful that she had to tell me that it was a lie. And then I pranked her ass.
Hell yeah. Got her.
So little, 6 years old. I'm so irate about this gremlin situation. They've ruined my family's clothing. And my mother sort of says to me, I'm so sorry, Tara. Like, I'm the gremlin. Like, I did this. Please don't be upset. And I take it. I'm like, oh, is this the first of many slights in my life? So then I say, it's fine. I accept this. But a few moments later, I sneak up to my parents' bedroom and I rearrange all of the drawers in their dresser drawer.
Very smart.
So like the socks go in the shirts and the shirts are in the pants.
Oof.
But I'm not strong enough to pull the dresser drawers out. So I have to take everything out and I put it individually into everything. And then I kind of lie in wait for them to discover it. And hours later, hours go by. And then my mom comes down and she's like, someone has switched all of our dresser drawers. And I'm like, must have been gremlins. And I walk out, mic drop, full mic drop. Not
music plays.
They're like, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. 6 years old, like, must have been gremlins. So that's just kind of like the, and then I, of course, have played pranks. I'm a big prankster, not like vengeful, but more like one time I convinced a coworker at Starbucks that like, if you had to make a smoothie when the case for the smoothie, the blender was off, you had to hold it down for dear life or else it would shoot off and hit the ceiling. And so like there was like a full day where like we couldn't use the case to cover the blender. So he was like holding it, gripping it so hard. Like I'm protecting my family from the cyclone that's about to destroy our town. And I don't remember how that how it ended.
It
but
sounds
I
like
got
he's
him.
still doing it to this day.
I hope not.
You're like, I hope he left that job.
I really hope so. He's so nice and Australian. Yeah, so that's kind of like my trickster energy, but nothing malicious. And I feel like as we go through this, the trickster isn't malicious.
Yeah.
but he's not like a good guy.
Yeah, he's somewhere in that like gray area.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me about him. Tell me about the trickster. What do I need to look out for if I am to meet this person?
Okay, so big smile.
Cheshire cat.
Cheshire cat. He's offering you something
Like a little treat?
for nothing in return.
Ooh, like a little treat?
Yes, yes. And then when you take that thing, he runs away giggling.
Ooh, that's not good.
So in mythology, at its core, Baby Witches, the trickster is a character who plays tricks.
Okay, seems simple enough.
Tricks on humanity, tricks on its peers, and tricks on you, Baby Witch.
Not me, though. They ain't gonna get me.
No, because she's got her power suit on that protects her from all malevolent forces. Usually, the trickster, they are very intelligent, bold in their disobedience, but they are not a clown. They may have like clown or jester-like qualities, like sporting an uncomfortable smile or doing things just for a laugh, but the clown is laughing with you while the trickster is laughing at you.
Ah, so there's a difference.
Yes. The trickster is cunning, though their behavior can be seen as foolish in hindsight. The trickster often harbors secret knowledge, and one of the greatest tricks of all that they love to play is giving that secret knowledge to an unsuspecting human or civilization. The face.
I know. I'm just thinking about it.
Dread. The trickster often traverses boundaries both socially, morally, and physically. He kind of moves between these, like Alicia said, these gray areas. But the thing that's most interesting to me about the trickster is that they show up in nearly every major spiritual cosmology in one way or another. From Loki in Norse mythology to Coyote in indigenous American lore, from Maui in Polynesian myth to Eshu of Yoruba, fairies, leprechauns, Prometheus, and the kitsune, this guy is everywhere. And there might be a little trickster inside of you.
Get him out.
Get him off of me!
Ew.
He's in my hair! First, I'd like to talk to you about the psychology of the trickster, and then I want to get into the Joseph Campbell of it all.
Ooh, we're getting weird.
Yeah, let's get kind of freaky. Let's talk about the it. Let's talk about the shadow. Let's talk about anal retentive behavior. Carl Jung. If you have ever worked with the shadow or tried to access the collective unconscious, blissed out in your yard while staring at the moon, for one, same. For two, you have touched on the work of Carl Jung, a Swiss July Leo who founded the School of Analytical Psychology. Very sexy.
Very sexy.
Jung brought us many bangers, one among them, the concept of Jungian archetypes. Examples of a few are the mother and the maiden,
We know that one.
the wise old man,
Oh, a classic.
the father and the king,
Yeah.
the self and the shadow,
Spooky.
and the archetype of the hour, the trickster. There are also archetypal events, so birth, marriage, the flood, or the apocalypse.
The flood. Oh,
The flood.
no.
There's like some collective unconscious, I don't know, it lights up a certain part of our brain, this concept of the flood. From a Jungian perspective, these archetypes are imprints from the collective unconscious that help humans organize and streamline their thoughts and behaviors. It's like an algorithm, kind of like a filing system. If you are offered a stimuli that brings to mind the archetype of like the mother or something like that, and then you roll over to your filing cabinet, your little SpongeBob rolls his ass over to his filing cabinet, and he's looking and he's looking and he's flipping through all these files and flips to the manila envelope that says mother. You now know how to respond to this stimuli, okay?
Correct.
As an individual, we access the different archetypes at different times in our development. So as a baby, you access, embody, and project different archetypes onto others than you will as an adult with someone that has complex speech and maybe has their own children. Though your previous attachments to these archetypes can bubble to the surface if the environment is just right.
Ooh.
So what does this mean for the trickster? Because I understand what this means for mommy problems, but how does this answer trickster problems? And how do I keep him out of me?
Yeah. Or do you want him?
Do you want him? What is his purpose? What
Yeah.
are we doing here?
Yeah.
Jungian psychology places the archetype of the trickster as a primordial, pre-ego, pre-moral, pre-everything id-type character with fuzzy edges and a penchant for chaos. The trickster is born within you.
Oh no, that's worse. That's the worst thing I could have heard.
It's like he comes in with like the when you like get your new laptop, it comes with all of the pre-settings and you got to go in and change which direction you use for the finger pad so it goes the way you like.
Oh my gosh. So wait, the baby comes trickster sized?
The trickster, he has a little trickster inside.
Oh my God.
So pre-ego, meaning the trickster may not have an understanding of a differentiated state, quote. So there's no black, there's no white, there's no me, there's no you, it's all gray. It's impulsive, so like I want something, I take it. Why wouldn't I take it? I want it. And it doesn't harbor any inhibition. So there's no voice saying like, wait, I shouldn't do this. I should not take this. It's naturally very curious, which means really anything can happen. Read chaos.
It's truly like a 3-year-old.
Yes.
3-year-olds are tricksters.
Like a 3-year-old cannot be selfish in the way that a 23-year-old can be selfish, because a 3-year-old doesn't have a concept of like anything besides self.
Mm-hmm. Which
You
means
know?
they can be a real asshole, but
From the society, and we'll get into this, when you apply societal standards to the trickster is not of society. Okay? He doesn't get it. He's like, what do you mean pills?
yeah.
However, because it lives in a deeply unsolid world, it has no foot to stand on, its identity is transient. It's contradictory. It's hot, then it's cold. It's yes, then it's no. I've included this image of a Sour Patch Kids because first they're sour and then they're sweet.
That is very tricksy. And I did not like that candy. I still do not like that candy.
All right, you don't seem like a sour candy kind of girl.
I am not a sour candy. Don't trick me with candy. If it's candy, it needs to be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Sour is a trick.
Do you do fruity candy?
No,
I didn't think so.
point blank. Take it away from me.
Get out of here. Gross. I like sour candies. I was a big Warheads kid.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know. I'd be like, well, because I don't know at the end. It's like, that's why I love New York. I'm like, give me the darkest of darkest nights.
You're like, I need to feel it all.
Yeah, so I can feel alive. That's okay. You like spicy food. I like sour food. Together, we are a full palate. The trickster is inconsistent, constantly shape-shifting, constantly distracted, and to me, feels a little bit like a collection of impulses rather than a true identity, which materialists would say, aren't we all?
Yeah, maybe, but
I mentioned that the trickster is pre-moral in Jungian psychology to distinguish it from something evil. So like Alicia and I were talking about, it's pre-moral, like a baby or a toddler who may take something without understanding concepts of ownership or laugh at something that's inappropriate. Little ones act on instinct and desire. They're just kind of trying shit out for laughs, right? Remember, the trickster is inherently curious. What happens when I do this? Oh, bad things happen when I do this. Okay, I'm going to go do something else now. And this is where you get into trouble because even though, like I said, it's not of the world, the trickster is unfortunately still in the world, which means there are consequences for actions.
yeah, that could be problematic.
Something I wasn't expecting in the Jungian framework was the trickster's relationship to humiliation, shame. This makes a lot of sense to me if you think about the trickster in mythology, right? So like the fox is outsmarted, the coyote eats too much, Loki turns into a mare and gets impregnated. There's a lot of shame going on.
We love shaming people.
And I wonder if this comes to us from the distinction between the trickster and the shadow. Okay, so come on this journey with
I'm
me.
ready.
This is like fully just me.
I'm in the train. She's wearing a conductor's hat. We are going.
Tutu, hope you've got your peanuts. I haven't ridden a train in a while. The shadow is everything that we reject about ourselves, right? So it's like the dark, scary stuff. I liken it a little bit to Forky from Toy Story. Do you remember this character?
Yes. How could you forget Forky?
Okay, right?
Forky is an incredible character.
So he's like trash.
Trash.
Come alive, right? And the shadow is kind of like our psychic trash, the parts of ourselves that we throw away. Come alive. It harbors an ego. we seem to inherently hate Forky in this metaphor. We are Woody.
Not me, though. I could never.
No, I mean, right. The royal we, you and I, fuck with Forky. Because we love
We
trash.
get it. We get it.
But in this paradigm, we hate Forky in this metaphor,
Okay.
and we can never, ever, ever, ever let him out, or else everyone will know. And I don't know what they're gonna know, but I don't want them to know, okay? So we keep him imprisoned in the gulag of our psyche and feed him little bits of bread and milk through the bars. But the trickster is like if Forky also had a shadow, and that shadow went rogue. Okay,
Ooh,
Forky's
crazy.
shadow would act out all of the shit that we've tried to suppress, crossing those social boundaries. And then, as ego creatures, we get to ride the choo-choo train of humiliation and shame.
Which is not what we want.
This is not what we want. That's not my train. I'm supposed to go uptown.
Mm-hmm. That is not Thomas the train. He is very nice.
He is so nice.
He would never humiliate me.
He is safe, and you are safe. Shame, humiliation, and embarrassment are major elements of the trickster. The trickster is humiliated either externally by society, meaning, I cannot believe that she wore those furry cat ears to her first day of school. What a freak! Or internally, I am so embarrassed by this photo of myself in 6th grade wearing furry cat ears on picture day, even though right now I am 22 years old and I should love myself and everything turned out okay. So society says, don't stand out, don't break the status quo, don't wear fuzzy cat ears. The trickster says, I love fuzzy cat ears. What happens if I wear fuzzy cat ears? Surely I will be rewarded. And then the ego says, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
If they want to wear cat ears, let them wear cat ears.
Let them use the
It's
litter box.
Fine.
Come on, raw milk. The humiliation itself seems to be connected to the inconsistent footing of the identity of the trickster, who oscillates between, I'm the greatest, I'm on cloud nine, I'm the smartest, abundance, 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 to, I am so foolish, I'm stupid, stupid, stupid idiot. Why did I think that? Why did I do that? And I say, oh, baby Terra, you are loved and you are safe. Do not worry. It all works out. The trickster, Shadow Forky, not concerned with society, even though we try to punish it with the gun of society. And that is because it is pre-socialization. Okay?
Okay.
I have this underlined. The trickster should not rule our lives.
You're saying that like it's a warning. Like that could be a bad thing.
The trickster should not be the conductor. I'm the conductor.
Mm-hmm.
Me, the adult. Fuzzy cat ears are a very innocuous example of a break with convention. And as we know, the trickster has been known to kill people, a la our Friday the 13th episode. But it also feels like, again, this is just me, a pretty direct line to our desires. Like if you need to ring up like a connection to what you really want, the trickster feels like a pretty direct connection to that. And in a culture where we are shamed for being seen wanting and seen trying and seen needing, having a relationship to this archetype could be generative to those witches feeling disconnected from their desires.
Yeah, it's good to yearn.
Yes. Be seen yearning.
Yeah. Yearn, long for something,
Yes.
desire something. And you know what? Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
That's so poetic. Every great poet and romantic has been caught up in the tide of yearning.
It's true. That is actually true. Like, what is love? It's yearning. Once you're in love and everything's fine, it's fine.
What?
You know? I'm happy. I'm good. But to yearn, oh, that's the passion. That's the passion.
That's true. That's like the psychosis of yearning versus like the safe cradle of content.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Security. Not very sexy.
Not
have you been
sexy.
watching DTF St. Louis?
No.
Okay.
Do you recommend it?
I recommend it. I think like the last episode is kind of like,
Oh.
dang.
Mm-hmm.
But the ride,
The ride's fun.
yeah.
Okay. We might watch it then.
A lot of weird fat phobia in it though.
Oh. Maybe not.
And maybe, okay, so I'm gonna take us off this ramp. Come with me on the off ramp.
Okay.
So maybe this is like full deep end type thinking, but I think the trickster's approach to desire is interesting. The trickster doesn't decide he wants to own a diamond necklace and then works a job for 30 years, spends frugally, saves up money, comes through the front door, buys the necklace, says thank you very much. No. The Trickster has a scheme, comes at things sideways, and places the hammer in someone else's hand. Okay, so any questions about Jungian psychology?
No.
I have limited knowledge.
I mean, I think you did a great job. It sounds like the trickster can be a con artist, but isn't necessarily bad, can be used for good. You shouldn't always be the trickster. That was underlined in bold.
He shouldn't run your life. Like, you shouldn't listen to, like, he's not the one you come to with your problems.
Yeah. He's not holding the reins. You need to be holding the reins. But sometimes you can deviate and be a little trickstery.
Yes. Yeah. He's got, I don't know, play games. Okay. So speaking of pre-socialization, the final element I want to speak. Oh, I apologize. I had one more thing.
Oh, she's not done.
I have one more thing. I forgot about this part. But it's important. The final element I want to speak on about the Jungian trickster is its relationship to the animal world. Tricksters are shapeshifters, and they have animal-like desires, food, sex, hoarding, etc. And they tend to get into animal-like trouble, falling down holes, eating too much, getting tricked by sleight of hand. And they take on animal forms, Loki and the mare, the fox, the coyote. And I think that this relates back to our earlier discussion on its distinction from the shadow, which we also tend to want to place in the realm of like carnal animal desires, but with one distinction. You shouldn't listen to the trickster, because the trickster's kind of dumb. He's smart. He's an ideas guy. He's also confidently dumb.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
There's a couple sort of individuals from pop culture that I'd like to give you, which is like Elon Musk is a trickster type guy who has a very specific kind of intelligence. He's a smooth talker, but also he's kind of dumb.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Kanye West, total trickster type individual who constantly shapeshifts, very unpredictable, contradictory, talented, smooth talker, and a very specific kind of dumb.
Very true.
Okay, so now I'm done with Jungian psychology. Come with me. Let's transition from psychology, which is like very cerebral, very like internal, and into mythology, which is how we apply the psychology to our lived experience, the stories we talk about and tell ourselves.
Thank goodness. Let's do it.
Joseph Campbell, a March Aries from White Plains, New York, was a writer, a mythologist, and worked primarily in comparative mythology and comparative religion, meaning he's the madman connecting all the strings.
Just like us.
Literally us. And it's really cute. Like, if you go to his Wikipedia page, he has this photo, but like the top of his thing is also that it's like he was a writer and mythologist and a husband to this woman. And if you hover over her name, she's like a dancer and choreographer. It's like obvious that the pictures are taken from the same photo. The headshots are like, and they face each other.
Oh,
it's
that's
so
funny.
cute.
Aw, okay, I love that.
It's very charming. Okay, so he's Charlie Day. He's connecting the string. He's like, listen. His claim to fame is this concept of the monomyth, which he took a name from another writer, but this idea of the monomyth, or that every myth is basically a cover of one great story. And what story is that, you may ask? Well, it is the hero's journey, TM.
Oh, we know the hero's journey, baby.
Yes, the hero's journey. It is everywhere.
Everywhere.
It was first published in Campbell's Hero with 1,000 Faces, which lists 17 official stages to the hero's journey, though not all of them have to have all 17.
Yeah,
okay?
that's a lot.
I won't go through all of them, but the general layout is that our hero is living some kind of norm. They experience a call to action. They eventually answer that call. The hero crosses into the supernatural field of the adventure.
Frodo gets the ring. Frodo leaves the Shire.
Yes. Everything's weird. Everything's kind of topsy-turvy. They come upon these trials. They have a series of tests. The hero moves through these tests kind of one after another, solving and prevailing, and then they are tempted to leave their quest, either by a person or a situation, and they inevitably fall into the pit of despair, or the abyss. But do not fret, babies, for in this dark pit, they have a revelation of some kind, or they gain a magical power. And this magical power, this revelation, I want you to think it's like, the power was within me all along, or the power of friendship, or the power of a magical gun that I'm given by a wizard, okay? And this power transforms them, and upon returning they win or whatever. And then they return to the human world
whatever.
and nothing bad ever happens ever again.
Yeah, that world is like slightly unchanged, but they are changed.
But they are changed. And then there's like 10 other fucking things you can put in there, right?
Yeah.
But why is this importante for our trickster? Because the trickster, usually in disguise, is the catalyst for the journey itself. Without the trickster, there is no story. They take this nice little normal world of our hero and they smash it with a hammer.
Incredible. And truly, back to Lord of the Rings, Bilbo Baggins at his goodbye party puts on the ring and like disappears.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Trickster.
The trickster.
Trickster.
Trickster. Oh, trickster. Point and scream.
It's true. It's like in A Hero with a Thousand Faces, Joseph Campbell states, quote, "The story begins when something breaks the ordinary world via a blunder that apparently by the merest chance reveals an unsuspecting world." And there's a very famous example of that in the Abrahamic religions, which is Eve.
Oh, love her.
I mean, slay. Eve is told not to eat the apple from the tree. And she would not have done this if she had not been persuaded via curiosity by the smooth-talking tongue of the serpent. And this innocuous, quote, blunder, because it's a fucking apple, my God.
Yeah, leave her alone.
Floods her mind with knowledge and collapses her innocence. She realizes she's butt-ass naked. Winter's coming. Close. And humanity as a whole is literally sent on its own hero's journey where it is fucking tested again and again. And I have written here, how many more pits of despair, God?
Many.
How many more?
Many.
Oh.
It ain't over yet. It ain't over.
When do I get my magical gun?
Springtime is here.
So it's pretty easy to view the serpent as inherently evil because the church builds up this whole satanic image of him.
The church.
And he kind of fucked up shit for God. But if we resist the urge to label the serpent as such and place him within the archetype of the trickster, then it's more like the trickster pulls a stray queen from the Eden house of cards. And to be honest, for the better, because who wants to be stuck in a garden their whole lives, the dumb, placid homunculus of God? I want to be a star.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
So, Joseph Campbell writes, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." And I wonder if we can bring it back down to the personal. If the trickster, not by threat, not by pointing, but through disguise and accident, pushes the hero towards that cave. And if we, okay, so I think we've all got to think of our own hero's journey, okay? Because if you're not the hero in the movie, I don't know who the fuck you are, Rebecca. What if, I want you to think about your journey. You're the hero.
I'm the hero.
You're the hero and you're beautiful.
Thank you.
What is a mistake you have made, a blunder you have experienced, a failure, a trickery lately or in the past that has led you to your cave of wonders? I feel a little bit like through the dark machinations of my recent personal traumas, I'm really entering this year of like magical thinking. And because of that, I feel confident in saying that you can take every blunder, failure, hole that you fall into so embarrassing as a data point directing you towards your treasure cave. The trickster does not have your highest good in mind and you should not follow him anywhere, okay? Keep an eye on him. Get away from that man. But if every no is a cosmic yes to something else, if every rejection is a portal to a new skill, if every bad date, bad day, bad thought, bad time can be transformed, transmuted into a signpost pointing you towards your personal pot of gold, the love that you seek, the life that you want, the joy, the freedom, the hot fucking body, whatever, where would you be in 6 months? Even if it's all made up, baby witches, even if it's all made up, where would you be? Would you be here? Still, no matter how foolish, will you answer the call to action? Will you give Alicia and I $5 and join our Patreon? Will you do that? No, but really.
I mean, like, do it. Please.
Like, do it. But also,
We're begging.
Alicia, think about it.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Because you'd be put in a different spot in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully where you want to be. Hopefully you're not a crack addict. I guess that's listening to the Trickster too much.
Yeah, that's following the Trickster. Don't follow him.
Do not take drugs from the Trickster.
No.
But yeah. Dude, I could listen you need a podcast all to your own about like going to the call of action. Cause like that was good, dude. I was like, sign me up. I'm donating to her political campaign.
Thank you very much. No, so I yelled at that man today, right? I was actually thinking about this as I was coming back, and I had written this episode, and then I had to go to a gallery because I'm writing this article. I yell at this man, and I was feeling really in alignment with myself before that. And then I have this encounter, which felt a little bit like the universe being like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
Ha ha, you think you're so enlightened, you phony holy. But like, I scream at this man. I hit his van with my body.
Fucking metal, dude.
Full like I'm walking here situation. And then I was like, okay, that felt gross. What is this? Like, what is this signpost? And at first I was like, the signpost is have empathy for other people. And the signpost is like, take a breath before you respond. I don't think that's the signpost. I think the signpost is, I don't need to be in a hurry. I have time. I have so much time. The more I slow down, the more I get, the faster I go, the more that I have time to notice the things and notice the signposts. If I slow down, I'm not in a rush. Where am I rushing to? The rest of my life? It's going to be there anyway. I'm not in a hurry. No one's in a hurry. That guy was in a hurry. I don't need to be in a hurry. You slow down. And that's like way more powerful than fuck that guy and fuck everybody else. And also, I just need to shame, have more empathy. I just need to be better. That's not the message. Anyway, I just want to share that with you.
I love that. Although I think I would have taken it a different way. I think the message would have been, get out of my fucking way.
She's like, wide berth this year.
How
Don't
dare
touch
you
me.
try to hit me? Me? Me not rushing to enjoy my day?
Here I am smelling the roses. You're trying to hit me with your car. He did try to hit me.
Fucking
He
rude.
tried to hit me with a car. I could have died today.
That's crazy.
And you would have had to do this episode all by yourself.
Like, what would I have done?
I don't know. What would that signpost be? Appreciate the time you have with your loved ones. They could be taken by a van at any moment.
Hate that. But okay.
Sorry. Going through a lot right now.
That's true. The state of the world. It's springtime in New York. Remember, lean into that good energy.
Yeah.
And speaking of springtime, it's beautiful. It's nice. It's the start of something new. We're thinking about, okay, where does the fool play in the trickster archetype?
Yes. Okay, this is really interesting.
Oh, you were saying that like you were going to continue.
Oh, no.
I was
I'm just
like-
excited. Because I think that we focus on the active character and the one doing something. And then the fool, I feel like, is related to he receives.
Exactly. So the fool is the wild beginning of the tarot deck. We all know him. We all do tarot. I'm not fooling anyone over here.
Trickster.
This is the energy of stepping into the unknown with your whole chest and no backup plan. It's truly, you might be making a dumb decision or the best decision of your life. That is the fool. They're usually depicted standing at the edge of a cliff, bags slung over their shoulder, looking up at the sky instead of down at where they're going, which feels concerning, but also kind of iconic, okay? Because the fool isn't reckless in a careless way. They're operating on pure trust in themselves, in the universe, in the idea that something will catch them, even if they don't know what that something is yet. At their core, the fool represents potential, not realized talent, not experience, not mastery, just the raw electric moment before anything has taken shape. Their curiosity over certainty, instinct over logic, movement over hesitation. The fool doesn't have all the answers, but they're willing to go anyway. And that willingness is what starts the entire journey, the entire hero's journey. And in tarot, they're literally numbered 0, which makes them both nothing and everything outside the system, but also the doorway into it. And the Fool is basically the trickster before they even realize they're the trickster. They're walking toward the edge of a cliff, head in the clouds, vibing, not a single rule in sight. And somehow, that's exactly what makes them so powerful. Where classic trickster figures like Loki or Anansi, the spider, are scheming, poking holes in systems, and stirring chaos on purpose, the Fool is just existing, blissfully unaware. And yet, by refusing to play by the rules they don't even acknowledge, the Fool ends up disrupting everything. They ask the wrong questions, cross invisible lines, and expose how arbitrary so much of our structure really is. It's giving, wait, why do we do it that way? And suddenly, the whole illusion starts to crumble.
This reminds me of Dion Fortune.
Oh, yeah.
Where she was basically like walking into every place being like, what are you talking about? That's stupid.
Yeah. This very much reminds me of that video that's been going around with Doichi and like how she like lost her job and she's like, I'm just going to walk into a music store and like,
yes,
just asked to work there.
Yeah.
And then,
when she started,
cut to a Grammy later.
Yeah. When she started The Artist's Way and she was just like, I'm just going to do it.
I love that. That is the Fool energy. That's classic. And so that's the magic of the Fool as trickster energy. It's not calculated rebellion, it's instinct, it's curiosity. It's faith taken to a slightly unhinged level. The Fool doesn't say, I'm going to break the system. They say, oh, there's a system? I don't know.
There's a line.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't say that? Oh, my bad. And in that moment, they become a mirror reflecting back all the rigidity, all the performative rules, all the things we've agreed to believe without questioning. And in a witchy sense, it's actually kind of fucking radical, trusting the unknown so deeply that it destabilizes the known. The Fool reminds us that sometimes the most transformative force isn't strategy. It's stepping forward without a plan and letting the world rearrange itself around your fucking audacity. The Fool has so much power that it's incredible. But if someone calls you a fool, they're not being nice. And that's because the Fool can get themselves in some pretty sticky situations just because they don't know any better. Like that toddler, he is trying to put that fork in that electrical socket. Like, he doesn't know any better. He's kind of dumb. And since those sticky situations happen a lot on the Fool's journey, the word fool gets a pretty bad rep. So take, for instance, fool's gold. This is the nickname for pyrite, a mineral that looks like gold but has no real value. I mean, it's pretty, but
it matters to me.
Yeah, but it's not going to buy your house, you know? It's all about illusion, something glittery and convincing that ultimately doesn't hold up. But spiritually or symbolically, it's not just about being tricked. It's kind of about desire. Like, what are you so hungry for that you mistake imitation for truth? This fake gold for real gold. Fool's Gold asks, are you chasing something because it's real or because it looks like what you think you want?
Ooh, sheen. The sheen, the Temu.
Exactly. There's also Fool Spring, which, as Terra has experienced earlier today, the East Coasters, well, not today, but this week, right?
Every
day.
The last 2 weeks have been a pill.
That's crazy. But yeah, Fool Spring is that warm spell in late winter that makes everything feel like the cold is over. We're finally free. The flowers start to bloom. People get hopeful. And then boom, someone tries to hit you with their car and winter comes right back. It's a heartbreaking cycle. But again, there's something deeper there. It's about a premature awakening. The energy of thinking you've arrived when you're actually still on the journey. And it's not wrong. It's just disappointingly early. Then there's a fool's errand. That's when someone is sent on a pointless or impossible task, usually as a prank. It's giving humiliation, but also initiation. Because sometimes what looks like a waste of time is actually a lesson in discernment. The fool goes on the errand not knowing it's impossible. And in that, they learn where not to place their trust and how to question authority.
Okay, wait, this is literally, if we can come back to SpongeBob's All the Way Down.
Oh, yeah.
The first episode of SpongeBob, he gets sent on a fool's errand.
Remind me. It's been so long.
Okay.
Take me back.
He goes in, he's like, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
Squidward's like, do not hire this guy. Like, he's a nightmare. He's my neighbor. I am annoyed by him. And Mr. Krabs is like, don't worry, I've got you.
Mm-hmm.
And he sends him to the store, SpongeBob, to the store to buy like a triple quad fry cook flipper spatula 5,000 with a...
I'm so impressed you remember this.
It's something like that. And so he's like, yes, I will go do that. And so he goes, and then Mr. Krabs smells the very famous smelly smell that smells smelly. And it is 5 buses of anchovies.
Oh, yeah.
Come. And they are so hungry. And they can't possibly make enough burgers. And they're being wrecked in this sea of anchovies, and down, and SpongeBob is gone, our only hope. And he comes down, and he's got the triple quad axle 5,000 spatula.
Is that when it was like a helicopter?
Yes. And he comes, and he's like, and they're like, la da dee dee boo doo ba da, la da dee da doo. And then he makes all the, he feeds the world.
He did it.
He did it.
I know. I'm curious if a fool's errand, if it's always just a prank or if it's just something you don't think is possible, but could end up being something that's actually possible.
I think it's like a wild goose chase where it's not supposed to be possible and you're wasting your time. But in narrative elements that we find so satisfying, they find some sort of treasure within that.
Mm-hmm. Even if it's not the objective they set out to do.
Yes, it's true. So maybe my SpongeBob All the Way Down wasn't perfectly accurate.
Yeah. No. I mean, we love a SpongeBob All the Way Down sort of situation over here. That's how our brains work. But there are many other fool archetypes baked into our language. So I know you dissed the clown earlier, but I do have a rebuttal.
Okay, I'm happy to take it.
Okay, I'm thinking the classic court jester. So we can all conjure a picture of what a court jester is in the mind's eye, like in front of the king, like telling jokes, doing dumb shit, blah, blah, blah. But the court jester was actually the only person allowed to speak the truth, even to the king, only if it was funny.
Ooh, tea.
Mm-hmm. So the fool was a truth teller hidden in plain sight. But, if the joke ain't funny, off with your head. So it's a risky line.
Mm-hmm.
But the clown could do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like he gets to cross the boundary.
Yeah.
But he can be punished.
It's like, be careful. And so it's knowing there's a boundary and then crossing it. So then there's the wise fool, a person who seems chaotic, strange, or unserious, but is actually deeply connected to truth. So think of the kind of character who looks unhinged, but then drops the most profound insight in the room. So a great example of this is my favorite, Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. Blubbering, drunk, sexy, very weird, lots of fun. But then he drops statements like, not all treasure is silver and gold, mate. Like, damn, sir.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. We love
it's
that.
Platinum.
Yeah. You got to get in the stock market.
The foresight.
And in religion, there's the concept of the holy fool. The holy fool is where the fool archetype becomes explicitly spiritual. Someone who looks irrational, chaotic, and even kind of embarrassing by society standards, but is actually operating from a place of deep devotion and truth. They reject status, wealth, logic, and social approval, not because they don't understand those systems, but because they can see through them. Their foolishness is often intentional or divinely inspired, a way of exposing hypocrisy, ego, and the illusion of control. To the outside world, they can seem just unhinged. But within a spiritual framework, they're often considered the closest to enlightenment. This archetype shows up strongly in Eastern Orthodox Christianity, where figures like Saint Basil the Blessed would walk around half naked in the cold, behaving erratically, confronting powerful people, and refusing all social norms. He was seen like a fucking madman by some, but also as someone literally with a direct line to divine truth. So of course he's crazy. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, if you saw the face of God, you'd freak out too.
Yeah. Similarly, Saint Xenia of Petersburg gave away all of her possessions after her husband's death and wandered the streets, living in poverty and speaking in riddles. People initially dismissed her because this sounds like a fucking crazy lady, but later came to believe she carried prophetic insight and spiritual power. The Holy Fool also exists outside of Christianity. In Sufi traditions, you'll find figures like Malamatiya practitioners who would intentionally act in ways that invited public criticism to avoid pride and ego. And while he's not exactly a fool in the same way, someone like Sri Ramakrishna often appeared childlike, ecstatic, and unconcerned with social expectations, completely immersed in the divine experience over worldly logic.
Another contemporary, I think it reminds me of, is like Maharaji, of like Sri Ramakrishna, like his whole idea of just being like a fool, and within like the foolishness in play is like the cosmic giggle.
Yes.
You know?
A holy fool. Subverting expectations of society.
Which should, like, spirituality is supposed to be so serious.
It's so serious, but like,
It's my salvation.
why? You know, why is it
But
so
why?
serious?
It doesn't need to be.
And then last but not least is everyone's favorite holiday, or Tara's at least, April Fool's Day. Like I said, it's not my favorite holiday by any means. And I remember being in middle school and you would live in fucking fear of this day and that today may be your downfall. I don't know if you felt the same.
Oh, God.
Did you have the same anxiety for April Fool's Day?
No, I think maybe I was like, I'm going to make fools of you all.
Oh, see, we are two different sides of that coin. And since we're talking about April Fool's Day, I just wanted to dig a little deeper on it and educate you, the masses, and myself. So here's a little bit of history I could find on the day that causes terror and panic throughout the world, or at least in my household. April Fool's Day is celebrated on April 1st, but its exact origin is a bit of a mystery, which honestly feels very on brand for a holiday about trickery. The whole thing is tricksy. One popular theory traces it back to 16th century France when the calendar shifted from the Julian system to the Gregorian calendar under Pope Gregory XIII. So the new year moved from late March, early April to January 1st. But not everyone got the memo, or they thought it was stupid and refused to change. And those people who didn't change were mocked as April Fools.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah, and they became the target of pranks. So whether or not the story is fully true, the spirit of the day goes back even further, echoing ancient festivals like Hilaria in Rome, where people dressed in disguises and mocked authority, or even Holi in India, which celebrates chaos, color, and the temporary breakdown of social norms. But at its core, April Fool's Day is about releasing tension. It creates a brief window where the rules loosen, hierarchies soften, as they did in your household when you upended all the drawers in your mother's dresser. And this is when people can poke fun at each other, and even at power itself, without real consequence. There's something almost ritualistic about it, a socially sanctioned moment of mischief that reminds us not to take everything so seriously. In that way, it taps directly into the trickster energy. For one day, everyone gets to play the fool or be fooled. And in that exchange, we reveal how easily perception can be manipulated and how important it is to laugh when it is. But my advice, if you're a middle schooler listening to this podcast, 1, you're fucking awesome. You are like the coolest middle schooler I've ever met.
Oh my God, gorgeous.
And 2, just skip school on April Fool's Day. Like, just don't go.
Nah, go to library.
Yeah, well, go to the library. That's skipping school. But just trust me, you're better off. You don't need to be in school that day. Save yourself.
You don't need to. Go to a cafe. They don't have truancy officers anymore.
Oh, do they not? Well,
I don't think
ever?
they do. I think that was like a threat.
Yeah, I don't think they had truancy officers. Although I think like the police might stop you if they saw what really looked like a child during school days, but I also don't think they're thinking about it.
No.
Maybe in Carmel they were, though.
So many kids are homeschooled.
I don't know.
You could be like, I'm online learning today.
Well, that's what you can say now. You couldn't say that back then in the ancient times when we went to school.
Oh, I forgot. In the 1600s.
In the 1900s. And so let's look at some famous tricksters. The trickster shows up everywhere in myth, literature, history, and that's because every culture needs a figure who breaks the rules to reveal what's real. As Terra mentioned, in Norse mythology, you get iconic disruptors like Loki, who shapeshifts, deceives, and constantly throws the gods into complete and total fucking chaos. In Akan traditions from Ghana, there's Anansi, who is a clever spider who uses wit and storytelling to outsmart stronger forces. And then in many native traditions, Coyote plays a similar role, messy, impulsive, sometimes selfish, but ultimately responsible for transformation and creation. These figures aren't just pranksters. They break reality open, often forcing growth through all this disorder. And in fiction, the trickster evolves into characters who manipulate perception and stay 10 steps ahead, like the Joker, who thrives on chaos and exposes the fragility of social order. Like literally, the Joker's tagline is, "Why so serious?" Or there's the most handsome of the tricksters. I'm not talking about Captain Jack Sparrow this time. I'm talking about Bugs Bunny.
Oh my God, what's up, Doc?
Suavemente. Bugs Bunny goes around flipping power dynamics through humor and cleverness. He gets the girl. We love him. There's also people like Ferris Bueller, who uses charm and rule breaking to bend the world around him. And I mean, bringing Jack Sparrow back, he hides his sharp intelligence beneath a mask of unpredictability. Each of them in their own way plays with illusion, showing how easily systems, authorities, or expectations can be subverted. And then the real life tricksters.
The real ones.
Tara's already mentioned two, the Elon Musk and the Kanye West of the world. So people who disrupt norms, often blurring the line between performance and reality. Someone like Andy Warhol turned celebrity and consumer culture into both art and satire, making people question what's authentic. Or there's Harry Houdini, who built a career literally on illusion and deception, revealing both the thrill and the limits of belief. I mean, Donald Trump could also be a trickster. He has many trickster qualities, using unpredictability and spectacle to disrupt entire industries and political systems to control narratives. Literally, this archetype fits so well with what he does. Our first image of him announcing his presidential campaign is him coming down an elevator.
An escalator.
Or not an escalator.
Yeah.
Like, what? It was so funny, so unserious. And then look what it did. That was truly like the seed of everything else.
Yeah. And he's the one that smashes it with a hammer and sends us on the hero's journey. And we're in the pit of despair.
Dude, I don't even know if we've made it to the pit of despair yet.
You think it gets more despair?
I'm sure. Buckle up, kids. And so I know this is kind of a downer example to end on, but the trickster archetype isn't good or bad. As we keep saying, they live in that middle gray area. They're not just a troublemaker. They're a mirror showing us how constructed our rules, identities, and realities really are. So to wrap this all up, the trickster is a part of every story and every system that refuses to stay still. They break rules, they blur boundaries, and they turn certainty into confusion. Not just to cause chaos, but to reveal what's been hiding underneath it. Whether they appear as gods, animals, fools, or humans, they remind us that reality is more flexible than we think. The transformation often begins the moment something goes wrong. The trickster doesn't offer comfort or clarity. They offer disruption, laughter, and surprise. And in that disruption, we're forced to see ourselves, our beliefs, and our world a little more honestly.
Whew.
Terra, are you the trickster?
I've been tricking you this whole time.
That's true. She tricked me into doing this episode.
What if I just panned to the left and then there was like another me, and then you zoomed in and you realized that I was an AI filter the whole time?
That'd be crazy.
And who would I really be?
Bugs Bunny.
None other than, yes, none other than the Bugs himself.
I'll be like,
the rabbit himself.
Lola Bunny, move over.
Sometimes he gets the girl, and sometimes he is the girl.
That is true, which is amazing.
Oh, it's all right with me.
That's all right with me. I'm like, he's not even tricksing. Just be the girl, Bugs. Be the girl.
When he comes down on that horse from Valhalla and he's wearing like the Viking helmet.
Oh my God. I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, with the nicest rack.
Oof.
My God.
It's so good. And speaking of people who have nice racks, we would like to thank our producer, Marcel Perez, our creative director, Mallory Jordan, and our music composer, I guess, Kevin MacLeod. You hear his music in the intro, you hear it in the outro. Bup, 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 bup. Fucking slaps, dude.
He made it with his rack.
He made it with his rack.
I'd also like to thank my personal left and right boob, anyone who's ever written us an Apple Podcast review.
Absolutely.
Mwah. Thank you for doing that. You can suspend your belief. You can subscribe. I'm so tired. It's 10 o'clock. You should, baby witches. It is wild to me if you haven't subscribed to this and you're just like
raw dogging this podcast,
Googling us and hoping that we've posted an episode. You should subscribe. It'll just tell you like when there's new episodes. You can do it on basically every platform. I also think you should write us a review and you should give us 5 stars because we've worked really hard on it for almost a decade. Just for laughs. This show is a trickster.
This show is a trickster. We're tricked. They're tricked. Everyone's tricked.
But if I wanted to find you and trick you, how would I find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Alicia.Herder. How would we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Her Lovely Face. That's my art Instagram, and I made the name up when I was in high school.
And her face is very lovely. And you know what? If you want to trick our creative producer, Marcel, he's on Instagram at Hey Marcel Perez. The podcast is also on Instagram at Which Yes. I mean, we love Instagram. Those woo-woo videos, they're so good.
Baby Witches, I'm going to start a whole thing, and I'm going to send you these videos, and you're going to get everything you've ever wanted.
I love that. And if you don't want to be tricked, we do have a really great Discord server of like a bunch of amazing witches that are a part of it. It is truly a community. It's totally like outside of us. Like it's the Witch Yes Discord server, but we don't run it at all. In fact, they're probably tricking us somehow.
they're selling dark web drugs, 100% sure, yes.
If you don't like the socials, you can always contact us via email at witchesspodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, and Baby Witches, one more plea before I give you my special secret, my little surprise for you, which is that I really think that you should just join our Patreon.
She's been talking about it.
I've been talking about it.
I don't know if you've been listening, but she's been talking.
Evangelizing. I think that if you do anything for 2026, you start supporting like the creators in your life. Because Alicia and I do this because we love you, and we do it because it's fun, and we do it because it like feeds like a deep hungry thing within us that cannot be fed in any other way. And that's great. And like we'll keep doing it until it's not fun or feeding that thing anymore, but at the same time, like, your support really matters because sometimes it feels like we're just like screaming into the void. And I am reminded that there's others in that void when I get a little notification that we have another Patreon subscriber. And you can do $5 and you could try to get through it in a month, the backlog. I don't know if you'll be able to. You could try, but
it's a lot.
Once you get one, they're so fun.
Insatiable. The hunger.
They're so charming, and I think you'll stay. Like, you could buy it for friends. You can buy it a whole year and not have to worry about it. Like, I think you should. Go to our Patreon.
I love that. And what's our surprise?
Baby Witches, I'm going to cast a spell on you.
What?
I'm going to cast a spell. Okay. Baby Witches, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to feel me and my energy bubble. I'm gonna cast it out, and I want you to feel it envelop your energy bubble. Okay. So I'm casting out my energy bubble. It is clean. It is fresh. There's like a beautiful little breeze. If you are cold, it warms you. If you are hot, it cools your skin. Okay, baby witches, I see these little things around your head, and they are all of the little negative thoughts and all of the little tiny leeches and all of the little barbs that people have been placing within your psyche. And I'm just gonna, okay, I blew them away. There's a couple attached. I'm just gonna like pluck them. There's one at the front of your forehead. I'm gonna pull that out. I'm pulling it out. Oh, I'm gonna throw that away. All right, there's one more behind your left ear. All right, I'm just gonna reach around, pardon my reach. I'm gonna pull it out. Deep breath, go. Okay. All right, so you're looking clean and beautiful. Now I'm gonna cast my spell. That wasn't even the spell. Okay, I've enveloped you in all of my love for you, and it is so true and it is so pure, and you are the right temperature. And baby witch, you are going to have an excellent day. You are going to have an excellent day. Today is going to be excellent. You are going to have something wonderful happen to you. Something wonderful is coming to you today. You have been waiting for this wonderful thing, and it is happening today. You are attracting so much love. You are a magnet for love. Everything that you love comes to you naturally because it is so attracted to you. I love you, baby witch. You are so loved. You are love and personified. And the love that you put out into the world is multiplied and comes back to you. You do not have any attachments to love. You are not attached to love. You don't need it. Because when you give it to others, it washes up on your shores threefold. Baby witches, you are safe. You are safe, and it is coming to you. Today is that wonderful day. It is here. All right. And close the circle. Do you feel it?
Oh, I feel it.
And I guess because I feel it too, this has been
Witch, yes.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, she feeling that springtime. She feeling it good.